What's up, beautiful people? As you can see, if you've been around this channel for a while, I've been a little bit MIA recently. That is because I have been resetting my entire life. I know that sounds a little strange, but this video is going to be an amalgamation of all the resetting that I've been doing while I've been MIA. I've still been consuming YouTube, I just haven't really been posting anything. The first thing I need to do to reset my life is return these heavily overdue library books. I've had these in my collection. I've renewed them as many times as I can from when we did Amazing Readathon, I believe. So I'm sorry to anyone that was holding out on borrowing these books. So I'm here at the library. I'm going to return these. That's going to be the first thing I do to reset. What else you'll see in this video is I'm going to do a complete series, like reorganization. No, what would I call this? I'm going to be like redoing or updating my entire series tracker so that I can see how many series I'm in the middle of, and in the midst of doing that I'm also going to decide how many of those series I'm going to DNF/unhaul if I even own them anymore, and then that will give me how many series I have to start 2025, because my mission in 2025 is to only read books that help me continue a series. I think by June I'll have probably failed this and be reading new releases and books that are not part of series, because we all know that I participate in too many readathons and then I'm struggling to find a book that is part of a series that I'm already a part of that hits the prompt, and then boom, spiral fails. But yeah, so that's what else we'll see in here. And then the last thing that you will see is a complete reorganization of my house. So I'll show you the kitchen update. We did a brand new kitchen. We have moved my office from downstairs all the way upstairs, so now my library is upstairs. So I'll show you my new library. I'll reorganize that. So I'll kind of show you, like, not my entire owned collection, but just kind of like generally what it's looking like going into 2025. And then we're going to talk about what I'm going to be doing in terms of Pick Pong in 2025 and Pick Pongathon in 2025. So stay tuned. This is kind of like a reset, what my channel plans are, random video amalgamation, because I filmed a bunch of random stuff that I planned on doing and then never ended up doing it, and went on a hiatus for a couple of months because of some things that were going on in my life and some changes that happened, and my motivation went away and I was in a huge reading slump, and I kind of went into this spiral of like, if I wasn't reading I shouldn't be creating content, which is absolute bullshit. So this is me trying to restart before I get into 2025. So this video will be coming to you soon, and then the next video you will see will be my Pick Pong for January. I know that those that have been around my channel for a while probably came because of Pick Pong. Don't worry, it is coming back in 2025. I have a couple of extra plans. Obviously in 2024 I did the Pokemon prompts as my prompts. This year we're going back to OG prompts, and a couple of other things are being thrown in there. We can talk about that when we get into the Pick Pong video, but for now let me go return these very old books and grab a coffee, and then we'll head home and I can get into the other reset stuff that we're going to be doing. But welcome to the hopeful reconvergence. Is that the word? Resurgence, any and all of the above, of me back on YouTube and feeling confident enough to continue to post. I kind of just lost my motivation in thinking if I wasn't reading I couldn't be posting, which is not true, because I have other things that I can bring to the table other than reviews of books. Don't worry, they'll still be here too. Okay, I'll be back soon. Okay, so the next thing that I need to reset is, now that I have reset the inside of my house, I need to reset the outside. We have three giant gum trees in our front yard that leave leaves absolutely everywhere. It is an absolute mess. And we, in my area, get one, I think it's like a 230 litre bin full of green waste every fortnight, which is not enough, because we also have to mow the lawn as well as pick up all the leaves. And then, because the lady that we bought the house off hadn't done it for years, there was so much accumulation of leaves when we first moved in. We're still trying to catch up on getting rid of them. So I just went to Bunnings, which is kind of like a local hardware store, and picked up these, which are 3 packs of 150 litre white bags, so that I can do a bunch of leaf picking up today. Am I stupid to do this in the middle of summer? Probably. But that's okay because I have the day off, I have the time, and I have the motivation. So first I'm going to do the filming that I need to do, and then I'm going to get outside and mow the lawn and pick up a bunch of leaves. I think I might start with the leaves. The lawn was mowed last weekend, but it's been super hot here lately, and then you get like the odd little like sprinkle of rain every so often, so it's like perfect conditions for the lawn to just like grow really high. So it's part of my New Year's reset, so you guys are coming along. So I will officially get home now and film pig pong, and then I will get into some exercise clothes that I don't mind getting dirty in, and I will get out and clean my front yard in peak heat because I'm a fucking idiot. But the progress will be so good, and that's why I figure if I film it and see what it was and what it became, I'll be like more proud of what I've done. So that's what we're gonna go do today. Okay, it is time to organize this yard. As I was saying, been completely full. I currently am planning on organizing this part first. Just getting rid of some of like these leaves and things, just to clean this back part up, but the front yard is the one that's the real trouble. So I'm just gonna organize the gardening gloves, chuck on an audiobook. Holy shit, it is so hot in my shed, and get started. So many leaves. Driveway's clear. Most of the leaves are gone. I mean, it's windy today, so more have fallen down. It's looking much cleaner. And I have 5 giant bags of leaves. I have actually lost my mind. I've had zero motivation for read lately, zero motivation to film, and so I impulsively decided that I was going to completely reorganize my house. Anthony's office is currently upstairs. It has a door on it to close it. My downstairs area is where my office has been, so that I had books behind me to film. I'm moving things around so that his office will now be downstairs and mine will be upstairs. Adeline is helping me. We have baskets of books and chaos all around. So I figured I'd take you along for the ride. So I'll give you kind of this isn't even a before because this is a midway through option. So as I film, I am usually sitting here, at my desk between Anthony's books on this side and my series on this side with like a special edition kind of shelf here. Laundry there, front door there. So you guys have seen me live sprint. That's usually where I am with these behind me. The plan is that I have moved the desk over to here with my yellow reading chair that Anthony will now work at. I'll move all of my stuff off it and he'll bring his down because he's better than I am. All these bookshelves are going to come upstairs with me. We don't draw on the wall. We don't draw on the wall.
Mommy.
Yeah, you draw on your book. So I'm entertaining a toddler while moving furniture. Anthony's outside mowing the lawn. He said, I'm going to leave you to your chaos. I'll be back in an hour. Do you think we can get it done in an hour? I don't think so, not with a toddler. But that's what I'm doing today. So this is the chaos here in the amongst. Let's see where we end up in the end. Okay, it is an hour and a half later. I've managed to get dressed, lug all of these books upstairs, cleaned up 2 Ps, toilet training. This bookshelf is upstairs. Just need to put the shelves back on, put those books on there, and then do it all again with 2 more shelves. But Addie's a good helper. She's helping. It is many hours later. It is now dark outside. Anthony's desk is going to be staying up here, but so he'll use it during the day for work, but it's going to be mine for streaming. I've got one shelf kind of half set up, which is my series shelf. Started to bring some plants in. There's shelves there. These shelves are over here. So my shelves are all set up and my books are all just piles in the floor. So I have family coming over to visit tomorrow, so I need to get this finished before I go to bed tonight. But I also have downstairs area finished, so I'll go down there and I'll show you that, and then come up here and I'll finish this, and then I'll show you when it's all done. Okay, so Anthony's bookshelf is now over here with some plants, his chess set. This is like not finished yet, but there's like some shoes and stuff there. And then we have like an entryway thing, and then my yellow chair is over there, and then this is the desk that will end up being a sitting and standing desk. So they're my unhaul pile. It's getting there. We're making progress. It's the next day. I fell asleep last night. I've managed to get all the books back up on the shelf. They're kind of in a little bit of a messy manner, but they're in like genre order. So I've got all of my fantasy with a little section of sci-fi at the end. And then I have romance. And then down there is thriller. And then over here I have my historical fiction shelves, a J. Christoph shelf that's just randomly there, my books that need to be hauled, and then like a small like non-fiction section, and then some of like my highlighted favorites, some red books, and then over here is all of my red books as well. It's chaos, but it makes sense to me. And then down here I have like two little shelves of Jodi Picoult and Nicholas Sparks and some classics. And then obviously I still have my book cart that's over here, which needs to be reorganized, and I'm just getting the computer set up now. So it's coming together a little bit. It's still hectic, but my family member is going to be here in about 45 minutes. So I need to get this not finished, but I just needed to get everything up off the floor. So I'll come back and tweak it later. But I got to get the computers set up now because there are cords everywhere.
Hey guys, so as you can see, I have finally finished my reading tracker. It took me a couple of days. I did this live in November, but I never really kind of got back to give you guys an update. So if you wanted to see kind of how I did this, you'll have to go back and look at some lives I did in the month of November for Net Gala November. But pretty much, we ended up realizing that I had 234 series, which I'm currently 41% through, which is just like actually pretty good. My ideal plan is to get this to 50% by the end of 2025. If I can get it even better, even better. So I have 22 that I have finished completely. I have 101 that are currently in progress, as you can see over here. 8 I'm fully caught up on, which means that unless the new one gets released, I am fully caught up, but I'm under the impression that will be more in the series. And I have not yet started 35 series that I own. And then I have 67 series that I chose to DNF before 2025. So if you're interested in a video of everything that I've chosen to DNF, let me know and I can tell you what I DNF'd and why. But that is kind of where we're going into in 2025. So this in progress series and the not yet started ones, they're going to be the ones that I'm going to be aiming to get to in 2025. So when I do ping pong in 2025, the way that I'm going to do it is I am going to draw 4 prompts, and those 4 prompts will need to be series continuations or series started, or these series that I already own. That way I can have a sample of them and see whether or not I actually want to continue them or unhaul them from my collection. So this is my series tracker so far. This is where we're getting into in 2025. I want it noted this does not include audiobooks or ebooks. The plan is to update this with that eventually, but the plan is to have this copy of like my physical series starting for 2025, and then I'll probably do a second one or third one for ebook and Kindle, and that way I kind of have it like a little bit split. But the one that I'm going to be prioritizing on finishing is going to be this in progress 2024 caption. So there you have it. This is where we're up to, my final update on my series tracker. If you're interested in any of these series or like what I'm thinking of them, where I'm at, when the last time I read them, anything like that, I can definitely do an extra video purely on my series, and let me know if that's something you're interested in the comments. But this is my restart. I've got it organized, ready for moving forward. So if I finish a book in one of these series, all I do is I just tick the next box, and the progress bar continues to move. This is how many books are in total are in the series, and then obviously I just tick along until it is done, and then this will automatically update my bar, but I have to manually change this from in progress to completed if I finish them all, because I am not that intelligent at making this automatic. So there you have it. That is my update, reset of my series tracker for 2025. So wish me luck in getting this to 50%. And ideally, the total in progress, I'd love to get it to under 80. But we'll see how I go.